Hello, welcome to Conny Decorates Naturally with Heart today. And who else is here? That's right, this is our Christmas decoration, and it is completely natural here on a tree root or branch. I would say it's a piece of tree root, and with completely natural things, really not much. And we even have a little homemade gnome on this side. Also, again, with completely natural things that we had here in our collection. And if you would like to know how this topic works, just stay tuned, because we will show you now. And these are the things we need today. Here we show you the base, very natural. And this piece of wood is from our summer planting in the large box, which was planted before the bicycle. The summer planting is actually still in there. And I took this out today because we need to slowly empty it. There is still a bit of soil on it, but that doesn't bother me because it will be decorated very naturally. Then I have pine cones here today. Then here, look at these little rust-colored Christmas trees from last year. And here I have this string of lights in a copper tone from Olka's farm, because I think they are really beautiful, especially here with the rust. That gives a really nice warm light. Then today I brought these bowls from Olka's farm. Recently we also decorated the wooden bowl with the ornaments, and this is now a different kind, which I also find very, very beautiful, especially here, green, gold and brown tones. Let's see if we can manage it with this. On the other side I have a bit of felt ribbon, and here I have a few succulents, and I would like to Yes, I'm trying to incorporate the simple decorations today, and here I have a small box with cones. There are also some very small ones in there. Then I have moss. I just got cinnamon sticks and coconut stars from under the table. And I would say, Micha, let's get started. Yes, indeed. And what I want is a completely resilient decoration for the outdoor area, because that is where we have at the window, at the living room window, and this is supposed to be super low maintenance. I also have this moss, which is of course very, very beautiful, and I will just stick a few pieces in here in between. This way we also bring back that natural look into this gap, which is absolutely optimal. And yes, I will also stick some on the other side. What I want is to integrate these succulents into the decoration idea here. Well, I'm literally checking if I can make a hole here and just stick this into the moss. This is a great base for succulents. They don't need much. And the moss naturally retains moisture very well. And since there is also great tension here, it's really easy going here. Just add the succulent. I now realize that I have a hollow space down here, and I will just stick the regular moss, which is this sheet moss, down here again. And what is fantastic now, especially if you are lucky enough to have bole moose and other moss, is that you have different varieties. You can also incorporate Spanish moss and Icelandic moss, which are both types of moss that can be used in various decorative projects. They add unique textures and colors to the arrangement. These different moss tones, including the vibrant green of Spanish moss and the soft muted hues of Icelandic moss, make the decoration truly fantastic and visually appealing. Here I'm adding more moss to create a natural variation in this decoration, which enhances its overall aesthetic appeal and gives it a more organic look. I'll also use a branch on both sides to provide a good base, ensuring stability and balance in the arrangement. Now, I would like to add a succulent here, which will introduce a different texture and color to the decoration, making it more interesting and diverse. I will use some glue to fix the moss in place, ensuring that it stays securely attached and maintains its position. You can also use ball moss, which is another type of moss that adds a unique spherical shape to the arrangement. I think I will secure it at the front with hot glue, as it provides good protection and allows me to add another succulent, enhancing the overall design. I will also glue some more moss here to fill in any gaps and create a fuller, more lush appearance. put the succulent in there for me. And here on the side, I also need a bit of support now. Otherwise, it will slide down. And I will now glue a bit of bowl moss on there as well. What you can do is secure the succulent by applying a bit of hot glue, but let it cool a little before applying it directly to the plant, because they don't like anything over 70 degrees. But you can apply glue here beforehand and carefully stick the succulent on. That's really no problem at all. This way it holds wonderfully. And I really like this natural look here on the branch. You can also see it coming up nicely, and that's always fantastic. Here I will also apply some hot glue again and fix it on the other side of the branch. I have another piece here at the top, and I will now use my regular moss to fill this gap. You can also add a bit of cacti and succulent soil in there. That's no problem at all. It's fantastic. And now I come here with my little succulent and carefully place it in here. I take a bit of moss, put this in the gaps for me, and then it will be really fantastic. It holds wonderfully. It gets great moisture from the moss. And what I do is I have 3 succulents here now. I have such a large plastic syringe, and I always go in very carefully with the syringe right at the root. And that's what they like best. And then there is always a little water from below, which is optimal. But I think this base is really fantastic. I think we can just stick a bit of moss on this side now, and I will do that again. And now I just take some pieces here and apply them to the other side again. Yes, I quite like it this way, especially this mix. I'm going to take the other moss again and stick it into the gaps here. I almost forgot. I definitely wanted to decorate with the glass ball here. And then I look and think, oh man, I still have the glass balls here, and I will do it the same way. These are glass balls, but they are protected on our windowsill, so I can decorate them here really well. And I would like to have them here as well. I will first apply the glue to the moss or wherever you want to secure them and stick them on top here. I would also like to have one back here and also there. I apply the hot glue first, or the hot glue, and secure my ball up here now as well, and our little tree balls are also in there. I actually think it's quite cool. It's a really cool combination right now with the gold, brown and green, and these rusty little trees are really not that bad either. That's why I'm just leaving the leather strap on here for now, and I'm going to stick it into the moss. If you find it too high, you can easily push it a bit to the side. Look, and now it's a bit better and fits in better. I'm doing the same with the big one. I just wrap it around and stick it in here as well. Look, we really have a cool landscape here, Micha, right? You like that too, right? That means we can light it up nicely later. Then we also have something to enjoy in the evening when we sit inside. So I am happy that I found dry moss here. Look, you can actually cut this really well. I just tore off a bit and made a small cut at the bottom. And now I'm going to place this around I take this green wire and go around the pine cones, wrapping it all the way up, very carefully. I could try a few times to go back up and then down again very slowly. Now I also go a bit between the pine cones down here, which holds it wonderfully. I press a bit harder downwards as I go up very gently, then I cut off the rest and stick it in here. Now you can press this a little into shape. I just need to bend it a bit here. So this is really the first time I'm making something like this here, and I'm just taking a pine cone. You can really use anything you have. This is supposed to be the nose. I also have a bit of felt ribbon here, which is from the felt spool that I keep using. We also just attach the wreath that is hanging behind me with it. I just took this off because I think it's actually quite natural, and I find it really cute. Now I'm taking the hot glue and gluing this underneath here. You can also use cotton or sisal, whatever you have, as natural materials. I had also initially considered maybe even using the silver wire and securing it. But I think it's actually quite cute, and it fits well with these brown tones now. But there are really no limits to the imagination, and I would just like to add that here, glue on and bam. It's the bath's turn exactly. Look here, the nose is white, snow-covered, and even afterwards, when winter is really beautiful. You can also wonderfully add a tiny bit more snow here, which is a wonderfully nice little enhancement. The gnome is simply sitting there, and the string lights will go in now. You can really see that they are perfect. Thanks to the wire, they are extremely flexible, versatile, and adaptable, and you can very easily twist them around here. Now I'm going to very carefully weave the string lights through the little gnome landscape. And at the back, I'll hide the battery pack underneath. We'll set it on a timer, and I would say this window decoration is most certainly finished. It was actually planned to place it outside, but the plan has changed just a tiny bit. Micha said, "Oh, come on, why don't we just put it inside?" So we made some space here in our dining area. Next time, we'll also make a video with the whole window, and then you can see it, as it is also here with us indoors. Exactly, dear ones, and we certainly hope that we could inspire you today with a few small natural ideas, maybe even with the little gnome. Then we would of course be very happy about a thumbs up. A comment is always very welcome, right, Micha? And also all the great feedback and the big praise always goes to Micha. You are always super happy again, and I always pass that on when I read, for example, and Micha is always happy again. Exactly. Dear ones, we are back for you in the coming days, and we are really looking forward to decorating with and for you again. It's slowly starting now. We actually have the giveaway, and we are really looking forward to it. We've come up with something a bit special, and of course we really hope that you will be part of it. Feel free to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook and Instagram. You can find a few decorative items, like the balls for example, in the video description below. There you will find the link to our website, and from our website, the link to Hof Oelkers. So my dears, stay healthy, feel hugged, your Conny and your Micha. That's right, my dears. And of course the furry ones. Until then, bye.